There may still be 8 races left in the 2017 Verizon IndyCar season, but the Rainguard Water Sealer 600 at Texas Motor Speedway is the front runner for the most wild race of the year. I'm Nick Yeoman with your race highlights. Pole sitter Charlie Kimball led the 22-car field to the green, but in the first 40 laps of the race, it was the super sub, Tristan Vautier, who had charged to the front using the outside groove. The first caution flag of the night flew when Alexander Rossi got sandwiched between 2 Ganassi cars. Rossi's night would end with a disappointing 22nd place finish. During the first round of pit stops, James Hinchcliffe would get sideways, leaving his stall. Helio Castroneves and Takuma Sato would collide at pit exit, but both of their nights would continue. Charlie Kimball's promising night would unfortunately come to an end during that same sequence with mechanical issues. More problems later for Castroneves as he'd crash hard exiting turn number 2. The DNF is unfortunately the first of the season for the Brazilian. Ed Carpenter would earn the save of the night when he'd recover after contact with Tristan Vautier. After a looping 360, Carpenter would change tires and race on. The biggest accident of the night was triggered when Tony Kanaan drifted up into James Hinchcliffe down the backstretch. Multiple cars would have their nights ruined, but thankfully all drivers involved would walk away. Joseph Newgarden charged from the back to the front multiple times Saturday night, but an outside pass attempt in turn 4 would end his bid to win. On the final round of pit stops, Will Power, Scott Dixon, and Takuma Sato would emerge as favorites, and the 3 would stage a great battle off of pit road. In the final 20 laps, it was vintage side-by-side Texas racing as everyone would try to surge ahead of Power in the final laps. That battle would spill over with just a few laps remaining when Takuma Sato would clip the grass, triggering a multi-car accident. That paved the way for Will Power to score his 31st career victory, moving him to 9th all-time, tied with Dario Franchitti and Paul Tracy. Next up, it's off to Road America with qualifying coverage on NBC Sports Network Saturday, June 24th at 5 o'clock Eastern, and race coverage Sunday, June 25th at 12:30 Eastern on the NBC Sports Network.